Hey guys, welcome back to Out of Debt with Lex. It's your girl Lex, and today we have a fun kind of video. We are updating these sheets that I have currently in my, like the very front of my finance planner. I just really want to update them. I was going to wait for June because I'm going to update my goals in June. But the reason why I'm not waiting till June is because I just feel like it's gotten really disorganized with me figuring out like where are my bills? Like what bills do I pay and like what days do I pay? And then I don't know, like I just feel like I wanted some more information as well, so I just want them updated. I won't be updating them again, hopefully, at all this year. The only time I will be updating is I'm going to update this first page once I make new goals in June, and hopefully I've accomplished a lot of the things on this list by that time, and I can kind of work on some new financial goals at that time. So that's really the reason why we're updating today. I also didn't have a paper cutter when I originally cut these. I just used scissors or I ripped them, and the edges are really weird and they're really uneven. Not all the same, so I really wanted to update it for that reason too. So I did already start because I thought I was filming and I wasn't. Didn't press record. But all I've done so far is this first page, so we're good. We're gonna continue on. There's also something else I wanted to mention is that I hit 100 subscribers. So thank you so much if you subscribe to this channel. Obviously this is not my normal type of video, but I thought it'd just be fun to like grab the camera. If I'm gonna be updating it, I might as well update it with you because I have added a lot of information into some of the pages. So first page is all done. I checked off all the goals that we've completed so far. I'm actually going to zoom you guys in a little bit. There we go. So first page is completed. I checked off all of our goals. I wrote in this one little part about Sean's car, and that's all we had to do for the first page. If you flip it, my normal second page is actually the 75-day money challenge. I'm a little bit behind on checking these off. I am completing it every day, but I'm kind of like checking it off in chunks because I don't open this notebook every single day. But yeah, I am almost done with the 75-day money challenge, so I figured I would update this page with something else. So what I chose to update it with looks a little bit blank. It says the method on it. I want to write in kind of my strategy and what I'm aiming for, like how I'm planning on paying off this debt. I'm actually going to leave it blank for now because I'm planning on filming a video very soon where I actually go over what my method is, how we're planning on paying off this debt, and kind of like what our financial goals are and how we're kind of strategically aiming ourselves towards those things. So I'm going to leave it blank for now, and then I will fill it in after that video. Set this to the side. Next up, monthly bills. We need to update this because there's things in here that just, I don't know. I feel like it just needs updating. It looks messy. So we're going to start with, let me see, what's the date? Today is March 14th. So we're going to say it's updated on March 14th. 2024, and we're going to quickly write in all of our bills. Trying to think of how I want to do this. Here's the thing. I feel like some of my bills, one of my strategies is kind of reallocating certain bills to paid off cards, so that way those cards get payments on them and get paid off. Like I mentioned in another video, we did have an issue where a card closed on us because we just paid it off and like didn't put anything on it for a really long time, so we're just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna start with the weekly bill, which is our daycare. So weekly bill is daycare, and for daycare we pay $203 a week out of our checking. Okay, this is where things get tricky. So Sean's Capital One comes out on the 6th, and I'm really thinking of like allocating a bill towards this one because we don't currently have anything lined up that's going to Sean's Capital One. I think I'm going to do Verizon since Verizon comes out on the 7th anyways. That's very close in proximity. So I'm going to write in, so the 6th. Okay, so I wrote Sean's Capital One in parentheses Verizon. And I'm just going to say varies because I want to double check that balance every time. We're going to pay it off in full. In theory, we'll just have the Verizon on it because this card is paid off. In case there was something else that we put on this card, I just want to say that it varies. So this will be coming out of our checking. So that means we don't have to write down the Verizon charge anymore because that's going to be through the Capital One. Okay. I think that's everything. And then I also want to write in my YouTube paycheck is 28th and Patreon paycheck is the, oops, didn't want to do that. Already making mistakes. It's okay, it happens. Well, actually, I can make that into an 8. Oh, look at me. Okay, on the 8th. Okay, and then we're gonna draw an arrow and an arrow. Oh, why do I always forget that Spotify? Here. Spotify is a business expense, and I always forget. Okay, cool. Now we're just gonna highlight them just so I can see visually what is coming out of our checking and what is coming out of the business account. And then we'll do purple for the business. Well, it is what it is. That works. I'm actually gonna go turn on my air conditioning because it's very hot in here at the moment. 1 second. Okay, that page is all updated. Now let's flip it. This is my debt confession page. So I wrote in, well, I guess I typed in some of the amounts and the credit limits. Previously, if you look at this, it just had the type, name, amount, and when I started and finished paying it off. So now it has the debt, like who it's owed to, the amount, the credit limit if applicable, the utilization percentage, the APR, the due date, the statement date, and then starting and finishing payoff. So I'm going to fill in what I can right now with you guys. I need to look up some of this stuff, so some of it won't get filled out at the very, like this very moment, but most of it's going to get filled out right now. So starting with utilization, I haven't previously calculated this, but should be pretty easy. So Sean's Capital One was exactly 100% utilization. Wells Fargo, so 1962.72 divided by 2,500 equals was 78.5%. Citi was 3035.99 divided by 3,000. So this one was over. Yeah, 101%. 6590.45 divided by 6,500. Also at 101%. UW, the amount of cards that we had that were over their limit just makes me, sends chills down my spine, I guess is the best way to say it. Another 101. And 101. Oh, this is supposed to be 101, but we're going to say 100. It's too late. I already wrote 100. I'm not erasing it. Close enough. APRs, I am going to look these up. I know they're all very high, like interest rates. I just am not 100% sure what they are off the top of my head. Due dates. His is due the 6th. I know my Capital One is due on the 7th. UW is the 15th. The Citi is 27th. Yeah. Citi is the 27th. Discover's the 28th. UW is the 22nd, I believe. 21st. 21st. Wells Fargo is the 22nd. My car is the 15th. I'm just going to put a dash for the 401k loan. 401k. I don't know how I said that. 15th. And then the 28th for all my student loans. Okay, I'm also going to look up the statement date. The reason why I'm going to look up the statement date is actually a TikToker that I've been following that I've seen this method with, and I'll explain a little bit about this when I talk about strategy in my strategy video that I want to make. But I think it's important to know both the due date and the statement date, and she's really convinced me of that. So I am planning on looking up all the statement dates for all of my things and just kind of seeing what they are. I'm going to write in the starting and finishing of getting them paid off. So start payoff, July of 23, finished in July of 23. Capital One was January 24. And I did change the order of these a little bit. To reflect kind of the order that we actually paid them off in and are paying them off in, rather than this was just the order that I wrote them down before. So now it's in the order that I want it to be in. So Wells Fargo started in October 23, finished in February of 24. Citi started and finished in February of 24. And then Discover started in February of 2024. Okay. I think this is all that I can fill out just off the top of my head. Oh, also the total debt at their highest peaks, it was 98,610 and 22 cents. Okay. So I am going to look up all of their interest rates, also the statement dates, and fill those in later. Right now, I just don't have them with me. So next, we're going to move on to the debt wall. I'm just going to color in what needs to get colored in. I fixed there were a few errors where I had to like color in black boxes where there weren't black boxes and just kind of stars hanging out randomly. Like there was a star, yeah, like right here in the middle. I also had written everything in and now it's just all typed in, which is kind of nice. Appreciate. So I'm just going to color in everything that needs to get colored in quickly. All right. There's Wells Fargo, and then we got Sean's Capital One, which is also fully paid off. Then we have Citi, which is fully paid off. Sorry about that, my camera died. Next up we have Discover, which has one box filled. Flip. This page is empty, it looks like. So we can move on to the next one. The next one we have one box filled for student loan C. We have My Car, which has some boxes filled. Let's see, it has 6 boxes filled. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have Sean's Car, which has 2 boxes filled. Oh, this is, just kidding. I forgot that I added the 401k loan in. So this is actually different. Sean's Car is actually up here, which has 2 boxes full. And then we flip the page. And I kind of changed from like an emergency fund and a house down payment just an overall savings tracker. It tracks up to 30,000. It's not like that's the goal that I'm necessarily trying to hit. It's just that I thought it'd be, I don't know, a good number. I do have the box worth as 100 instead of like over here, each box was worth 500, each box was worth 100. So now each box in this whole thing equals 100. So with that being said, we're going to color in 3 boxes. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, that's it for the debt wall portion. Next, I am going to keep this sheet actually. I got some new like tape, so I am going to tape it once these are cut properly. I'm going to tape it to the back of this because I do want to keep this December tracker. And then that way we can have both. But I am going to update the debt visualizer portion. So let's start with, I actually want to do a little bit of a different color because I feel like I've been using a lot of certain colors. Okay, that might be too bright. Let's do this tealy bluish color instead. So we're gonna start in October, I believe it was like 88. We went down in November just a tad. Then up a little bit in December. Then down again in January. And then way up in February. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I don't know where these numbers started from because this says October, November, December. And that is not right. Okay, I will just continue on. And then down below. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think that's fine. Next month it'll be more accurate for sure. Okay. Beautiful. So this page is good, and this is the second half. It's like gonna be a big line graph eventually where you'll just be able to kind of see like the visual of our debt from now until December of 2026. So hopefully our goal is to kind of pay as much as we can by that point. So hopefully all goes to plan. Flipping it, we have our credit score visualizer part 1. So I'm going to move this. And now I'm going to add in our 2 credit scores. So I am going to color in green equals Sean. We'll do his first. So his was like, oops, I didn't fix that mistake. I'll try to fix it in a more nonchalant way. So his started just around here, went down a little bit in November, up a little bit in December, way down in January, below around 620. And then in February went back up to kind of where it was. Okay. I'm going to connect these lines quickly. Okay. Beautiful. And then we are going to do mine. Add a line for me. And then mine started around 6:30. Went down below like around 6:15. Then it's been rock bottom ever since. Okay. So down and then straight across. Okay. We're going to say this equals Alexa. This equals Sean. Okay. Beautiful. That is all good to go. Let's see here. And this is just part 2. Okay, so all of the sheets have been updated. I'm going to set them to the side and get out all of these ones. So I have this paper cutter. I don't know if you can fully see it, but hopefully you can mostly see it at least. Make sure they're all lined up. And put them towards the bottom. Then I just use a random sheet from the planner, kind of lay it over top, and that's kind of where I decide to cut. And I know there's probably a more efficient way to do this, but this is the way that I've been doing it. Now, I do have a hole punch that is specifically a Happy Planner hole punch, and I'm just gonna hole punch all of these guys. We have to do it in like batches, kind of. Ready? 1, 2. 3 might be too much. Yeah. Oh no, is it jammed? Duh! Oh, it worked. I'm shocked. It worked. So now these are ready to go in. I'm gonna get this one. This one needs to get glued, so let me go grab my little glue thing. I actually bought this little glue tape thing from Amazon. It's cute. Partially for this reason, partially I feel like I will use it in the day-to-day. So let me try to first make sure these are lined up. Okay. And then secondly, I'm just gonna glue tape. I don't know how much I need even. Okay, line these up again before we press down. Cool, looks pretty good. I might want to trim up these edges a little bit, but really not too shabby for being glued together. Okay. I think that's the only edge that really like stands out to me. Okay, cool. So that's taped together. That's awesome. And then we just have these guys. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Now I'm going to put these in and see how they look. Okay. Just go page by page. I guess I can go a couple pages at a time. Okay, cool. Did I drop anything? I thought I dropped something. Oh well. So let me just take a flip through and see how it looks. Thinking it's looking good. I'm gonna fix this. Very nice. All right, all done. Cool. Well, thank you guys for joining me for this little update of the front of my notebook. I know this is not one of my normal kinds of videos, but I figured it would be helpful. I don't know. I am going to keep for now this first page that has my 75-day money challenge on it because I'm planning on making a video about that, but the rest of them I'm just going to recycle. Again, thank you so much if you are subscribed to this channel. Hitting 100 subscribers on this channel is very satisfying and happy, and I just wanted to thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.